Hi guys, I hope you are doing well. My name's Jack, and 4 years ago I quit my job and started traveling the world through using my trading skills, which has been pretty cool and pretty fun. But in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about ONDO. So we're going to be talking the current price action. We're going to be doing some technical analysis. Going to be giving you some price targets to the upside moving forward, some buy targets to the downside so you can fill your bags, and it'll also be providing you with a stop loss and invalidation to cover your capital if things go wrong. So all that and more in this video, so let's jump in. Now, before we do, I just want to let you know, if you wouldn't mind, do please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell. I'm putting out a lot of videos covering various crypto coins on this market, and if you don't have notifications set on, you won't be notified when you actually need this content. Okay, so let's dive in. So Ondo, if we're looking here on this sort of weekly time frame, zoom right out to sort of get a big picture. We opened up and it's pretty much been bullish since the very start, hasn't it? What a insane run. But yeah, we broke up and went on an absolute tear until the summertime before we pulled back into retesting our prior support levels. We built up this perfect structure of this range at the bottom, a bottoming pattern. We then broke up above in November, retested our perfectly, in fact, retested our our range high, and since then we've been on a rally. More recently, in the last couple of weeks, we've broken our previous all-time high, which was set in May of 2024. And if you look there, we had this beautiful retest. And technically speaking, that is fantastic. We had this break up, we had this huge wick down, and that got bought right up and has now forced the price up higher. So right now, this is looking parabolic. It's been an absolute insane run, which is great to see. I'm not personally holding this coin. I wish I was. But yeah, on the weekly, things are looking absolutely fantastic. Now, if we go down to the daily, this is where things change a little bit. So all in all, it's still looking bullish. It's looking more likely than not to continue this rally. So if you're already holding this coin, then fantastic, right? But in terms of people viewing this video that are not currently holding this coin, honestly, I'd hold off. I really would. Like, I know people might not like this in the comment section, but honestly, if you haven't bought into this already, and you've watched this move up, such a huge move, you've sort of missed the boat a little bit. Like, at least for the easiest gains. Like, in terms of upward targets for taking profit, I'm going to be looking at, well, basically all we can really use here is the Fibonacci sequence. So I will be looking at targeting, we're already at the 1618, which normally does act as significant resistance. But let's suppose hypothetically we break that here now in the next couple of days. I would be looking at targeting $3, right? So if you were to buy in today, bear in mind you're taking on a lot of risk because this has already ran a lot. If you were to buy this today and you run it up to the 2618, you know, you've gained 50% profit, which is nice, but your loss here, the risk actually outweighs the gains here because more than likely this is going to pull back at some point, right? And let's say it pulls back to our EMA band here, you would lose 50% of your money, right? And that can happen a lot faster. It could, you know what they say, the price takes the stairs up, it takes the elevator down, so that can happen very quickly, and you might not be able to get out of it. But yeah, so for those viewers that are already in this coin, I'll be looking at targeting $3 in the immediate short term. And then moving forward throughout the cycle, I would be targeting that $4.66, 4236 level. But I do fully expect there to be pullbacks, significant ones in between now and then. But those are your targets to the upside. In terms of targets to the downside, then let's have a look at that. So we have, if we zoom down to the daily time frame just to get a better view here. So I would be looking at targeting, firstly, you've got your EMA band, which is coming between $1.60 and $1.40. Which also has confluence with this prior resistance level. Now, from today's price, that would be a 27 to 34% move. So you can buy that up, buy that fear, buy that blood in the streets, and run it higher. Alternatively, I also like to target the 2-day EMA band, which really spells out those severe pullbacks. So you would be targeting anywhere from $1.40 to $1.20. So basically, if we extend this box here, that wider range, somewhere between, if you set limit orders between $1.50 and $1.20, chances are they might get filled if we do see a stronger pullback here. And if we just use our Fibonacci here as well, we'll go from the bottom here to the high. That would also coincide, has confluence with the 382 and the 50, and would also just slightly front run the 618, which I know a lot of people would be targeting. Okay. Now, in terms of warning signals, there's not much, but there is some. The first one is that you're well overextended from your EMA band here. So this generally acts as a magnet. The price pulls back to it, and it hasn't done it in a little while. Secondly, you've sort of got a small bearish divergence forming on the RSI here on the daily time frame. So you've got higher highs in the price, lower highs in the RSI. Now that can be broken if we see a confirmed breakout of this trend line, but for the moment it is active and it is there, and it might signify normal result that you see from a bearish divergence like this is some choppy sideways price action or a slight pullback. And again, we've discussed that. So if you are a holder of this coin and I've given you your take profit zones, I've given you your buy zones. Now I want to give you your stop loss, your invalidation point, the point at which you will need to reevaluate your trade to protect your capital. What I like to use for this is the 2-day EMA band. So this is what I use on altcoins to protect my capital. So if you see the price fall down to the EMA band, but start closing below it, and even worse, rejecting it, that is my signal to throw all my ideas out the window and get out and protect my capital, right? So this, because often what you see here, if you reject the EMA band, you usually more downside follows. So you can see an example of what that would have looked like here earlier in the year. See the way we broke down? We rejected it with these upper wicks. That was our signal to cut our trade and would have saved you significant losses, upwards of 46%. Okay, so there you have it. You've got your price targets to the upside, you've got your buy targets to the downside, and you've got your stop loss as well to protect your capital. So all in all, to summarize then, coin's looking bullish. It's looking like it's going to target those higher levels. But for people that are not yet in, I don't think today is the right time to get in, just due to the move it's already had. That being said, I am bullish on this coin. It looks good. And yeah, it's certainly got momentum. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about ONDO, and do make sure that you click subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. It really helps, and I will love you forever. All right, that's it for me. Have a good day. Bye bye.